We're live.
Go.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
I saw that Stuart the Brit is here this morning.
Stuart
Stuart is here. You know why?
Stuart.
Because the UK is under a lockdown.
You know what? I was watching Antiques Roadshow last night, and I thought of Stuart. I did. I was like, I wonder if Stuart's ever gone to this. It looks delightful.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll have to weigh in and let us know.
Exactly.
Want to kick things off with a hilarious video.
Kick it.
It has absolutely nothing to do with anything except that
That's how we roll.
Exactly. This particular TikToker is very upset about the fact that there is no letter P in the word hamster.
Oh, there should be a P in the word. So it should be hamster.
Hamster, because that's how everybody says it.
Hamster.
You're
right.
Right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
impossible to say it without a P sound.
That's right. It should be hamster.
So I thought this was like a very important issue to get into.
It is very, very important.
So, are you ready?
I am ready.
Here it is. Here we go.
I refuse to accept that there's no P in the word hamster. Every time I have to look it up, which is always, I'm absolutely livid that there's no P in that word. Nobody says hamster. It's not ham. Say the word. Say it. You say hamster. Hamster. Oh, but there is a P in raspberry. What the hell is English? Take the P from raspberry and put it in hamster. That's what happened. Raspberry stole it from hamster. It's a dirty thief. A P thief. I refuse to accept that.
It's a P thief. That's right. Raspberry. It's like, who says raspberries?
You can't. It's too hard to say it that way.
Who says it? But
Nobody.
But people do say hamster. People do say that.
Of
That's
course
right.
they do.
This is disturbing. I'm going to be thinking about it all day, and so will you guys.
Well, and then don't even get me started on all the silent P's that like begin words for no reason. What's that all about?
Right?
Like, why do we need a P in front of psychology or pseudonym?
I have no idea. Somebody should see a psychologist about that.
They should see a psychologist.
That's
is
true.
what they should do.
A psychologist.
All right. Now that we're done with the fun stuff, we can get into the fact that Trump rallied himself up in Georgia yesterday, and he put the pressure on Mike Pence.
Yeah, like no other Trump could do. He was so Trumpy about it. He was really Trumpy the way that he said it. It's kind of like if I had Mock in a position where she was like testifying against me or something like that, or if she had to do something for me, and I was like, listen, I mean, if you don't do it the way I want you to do it, Mock, we're not going to be best friends anymore. But I mean, no pressure.
But yeah, it's fine. No pressure.
No pressure though. None at all. That's how it went down, you know? It was so Trumpy the way that he did it.
And he did his
dance?
his YMCA dance. Yeah.
He did?
He brought that back.
That's such a dad dance.
Oh, and then Ivanka. This was the greatest thing. I was telling you about this before we went live.
Right.
Ivanka went with him. She flew on Air Force One with him to Georgia. And on their way, on the plane, she took a picture, like one of these self pictures where she's in the foreground and he's in the background. And you can see that he's on his phone. And, it's just this cute, like, dad-daughter picture. And
Right.
so she captioned it something like, here's my warrior. We're on our way to Georgia. Rally it up, come see us, whatever. And then she tagged, how you tag photos, you tag a bunch of people. She had a bunch of people tagged, I think Kaylee, whoever else was going to be there. And inexplicably, Donald Trump, her father, was not tagged, but Meatloaf was tagged.
Why? Why would she do that? Why?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
She'd do anything for love, you guys. She'd do anything for it. Here's the thing, is I have done this before. I feel like I'm not the only one. And Ivanka, maybe I'm in good company. Maybe she did it by accident, where she was doing like a hashtag or an @ sign.
It was an @ and to her credit, I mean, and in her defense, Meatloaf's handle is real Meatloaf, and of course Donald Trump is real Donald Trump.
Okay.
So it's possible that she got the reel in and then just let it autofill, and
That's
for
the
whatever
thing.
reason,
Maybe-
it chose meatloaf.
Maybe she was like trying to tag like real M. Like maybe she was trying to tag Marla Maples. You know,
Absolutely positive that that's not what she was trying to do.
you never know. Maybe she was trying to tag somebody with an M and it just filled in meatloaf. And then, because you've done that before where you're like, oh, I didn't mean to tag that person. And then you're like, why is my third grade teacher like in this post? I don't understand why that happened. And then it happens, and then you don't realize that it happened until after you send it. Or you tag somebody in a picture on Facebook that you didn't mean to tag. Have you ever done that?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done that. I mean, I feel like I can't be the only person that's done that.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, and then
It's
you have
just,
to
it's just
untag
funny.
them. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one of
It's
those
totally
funny
funny.
things.
I got to see what Meatloaf says about this. You know that his whole press team is like formulating a response right now. They're like trying to figure out how are we going to respond to Ivanka Trump. This has got to be good. I mean, they have to make it good. They have to.
Oh, they have to. They can't let this opportunity pass them by at all.
Right. Exactly.
So that's one funny thing that happened. Of course, today is election day. If you're in Georgia, go and vote.
For the love of our sanity and for the country, do it for us. If you can't do it for yourself, I'm serious, because a lot of people are like, it doesn't make a difference. My vote doesn't make. Yes, it makes a difference. Please,
Please.
get out there and do your part if you're in Georgia.
Because as of yesterday, Democrats had an edge. You know what I mean? They were ahead in the early voting,
Right.
and there's like 50-some thousand people who didn't even vote in November who are voting.
Well,
many
I
of them
mean,
are
you know.
black. Many of them are women. It's all Biden's.
Many of them are dead.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh my God. All right. So that happened. And then the other thing, of course, is that the big rally is going to be taking place in DC tomorrow. And I saw a couple posts on social media of various people who are going, and they were posting pictures from their hotel room saying, look down there. That's where the rally is going to be. And they're all excited.
Yeah.
Two interesting things that happened that have to do with the rally. The first thing is that the leader of Proud Boys was arrested as soon as he got to DC because of something he did a month ago, which was to torch a Black Lives Matter banner that was hanging from a historic black church. He did that a month ago, and now the DC police have arrested him because of destruction of property from a month ago.
That's really interesting, don't you think? Don't you think that that's like they're doing that today, or they're doing that yesterday or whatever? When that happened so long ago, like the timing, first of all, is weird, and then the charge is weird. I think the charge is weird considering that so many people, a month ago, however many months ago, destroyed so much property, like Antifa and whatnot, destroyed so much property. Black Lives Matter folks destroyed so much property and didn't have shit happen to them.
Right?
Nobody cared. Nobody did anything. Like no one was held accountable. Don't you find that like the double standard is really interesting?
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's one thing if the law is applied, if the rules applied everywhere, right? But we're seeing such a strange double standard here that it's like it's so blatant.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're blind, you can see what's happening here. Hello.
And it's the timing. It's
Right.
about the timing too, because obviously he's there to attend the rally, and so they don't want him there. They don't want him causing trouble. And to that end, also the DC mayor, she's calling in 340 National Guard troops. She's like, she's preemptively calling in the Guard because she wants to make sure that there's no MAGA violence.
Because they've caused so much violence in the past.
What with them cleaning up after themselves and whatnot.
I mean,
Oh my
are they
God.
the ones who have burned cities down over the past 6 to 12 months? Are they the ones who have done that?
It's just outrageous.
The answer is no. They're not the ones who have done that. It is outrageous. I mean, the thing is, you and I have been to Tea Party rallies in the past, and they really do. Like those people clean up after themselves. They really do. They really do that.
The most violent thing that they do is sing the national anthem loudly.
Right. Right. Well, now you can't do that because of coronavirus. Because it like.
Oh, that's right. That is violent now.
The droplets are violent. I know it's like super violent now. It's like your droplets are really offensive.
Oh
to me.
my God.
But this is the thing. Like I'm blown away by this.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can love or hate the Proud Boys, but you got to look at this at face value and understand that there is a blatant double standard here. It's crazy what they're doing.
It's
Wow.
absolutely nuts.
Right.
What else was I going to? Oh, so yesterday, if you haven't been to our website, a couple things happened yesterday. Did you see the chick that wrote us about our Facebook group?
No.
I didn't do a wall of shame about it, but I did do a post about it because I felt like it was worth addressing. She sent this email saying, I don't know why you as a conservative are trying to control the conversation on your Facebook, or well, she didn't even say where, on your page, and not letting me comment there. And doesn't that go against conservative freedom? And I'm like,
wait,
I had no idea what she's talking about.
What?
So
you answered her?
Yeah, and my first response was, I would love to help you, but I can't because you've given me absolutely no context. I don't know if you're talking about our Facebook page, our Facebook group, our Twitter account, our YouTube channel, our website. I have no idea where you are not able to make a comment.
You're right.
And so she responded and said, I'm talking about your Facebook group.
Oh.
And so then I got worried because I was like, well, crap, are the comments turned off? Like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I went to the group and I saw that there were hundreds of comments on all the posts. It was working fine.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, I wonder if this chick's been banned. I wonder if she's been blocked. Like, I didn't know. So I kept trying to dig. And I was like, okay, well, I just looked at the group page. It's working fine. Lots of people are commenting.
Right.
Can you explain? Are you getting an error message? Like, what actually can't you do? She says she's mad because she can't post content on the Facebook group page.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're stifling conservative freedom.
Oh, okay. So she wants to basically have her own page on our page. Is what
Right.
she wants to do. Here's a tip. Start your own page, sweetheart.
Exactly.
Start your own page. There's a tip for you.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that. Oh
Well,
my
and then
God.
she's tried to say, most groups that you're a member of, they let you post as well as comment. And I was like, well, here's the thing. On our Facebook page, you're welcome to put up a post because Facebook pages automatically move those to a separate section so they don't get in the way of our content, which people are there to see.
Right.
See?
Right.
But on Facebook groups, it doesn't work like that. If we allow everybody to post, everything gets really jumbled and people start spamming the page and it gets out of control really quickly.
Did you send her did you send her a bill for the Facebook lesson?
I know, right? I should have. But actually, to your point, that's why I end up posting the whole exchange because I
Yeah.
thought this may be an actual question that a lot of people have. Like, why can't we contribute to the
Yeah.
Facebook group page? Well, that's why. Because I've seen other group pages go into the toilet because they get so bombarded with spam.
Right.
And, that's not what people are there to see.
Yeah.
So then once I explained it to her, she wrote back and she was like, well, that's a huge disappointment and I'm unfollowing.
Well, then take it up with Mark Zuckerberg.
I was like, bye.
Bye. Yeah.
God.
Start your own page.
Right.
Do what we've done for the past 12 years and then start your own page. If you want to put out your own content, by all means, start your own page and get a following of 1.4 million people. We'll be over here and waiting for that to happen. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take an hour of your time and ask you how we can spam it.
Right?
What the hell?
And I even
Swear.
looked at her member activity to just see like how much has she participated in the conversation, because she obviously has things to say. That's fine. Say them. We allow you to comment on anything. Be a part of the conversation. And so she'd tried to comment on 3 different occasions in the last couple of days, and all she did was spam. All she did was like post links to other shit.
Right.
She's not commenting. She's just trying to share her own crap. And I was just like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work.
Yeah, because she wants a platform from our people. This
Right.
is what a lot of these yahoos do. No, bugger off. Go start your own page. Like take 12 years to build your own community. Go ahead and do that. Bye.
And I
have
thought,
no
you know
tolerance.
what, an
You're
amazing.
You're very sweet. I have no tolerance for that.
Oh, I don't think it
anymore.
was sweet. In fact,
I just
you'll
don't.
if you go read it, you'll see it. Because I even asked our followers, I was like, "Was this too mean?" 'Cause
I
was
just don't. I
really
don't.
bitchy. Because I was amazed at the instant accusation in her very first post that we're somehow stifling conservative freedom.
Oh, please.
And it made me realize there are some people, because she's conservative, but it made me realize, wow, she is incapable of even seeing her own entitlement syndrome.
Right.
Like she believes she is entitled to our platform.
To what
and if we
we've
don't
done.
let her
Yeah.
have it, we're stifling freedom.
We've gotten that a lot over the past 12 years. It's like, listen, we've done this for. I mean, I work a regular job. We both work other jobs. We've done this for 12 years because we love our country. We love this community. We do this because we love it. We don't do this so we can build you up so you can have a career. You know what I mean?
Right.
If we could have a career out of it, we'd already be doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like this. So no, you don't get to do that. And for her to think that she's entitled to it is asinine. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts.
Go build your own empire, lady. Yeah.
Now, the other thing that people I'm sorry, but this is like really tickling me. There is another thing that people need to see on our website, which is the trailer of the new Daily Wire movie.
This is so unbelievable, you guys.
Well, I saw the day before yesterday that Ben Shapiro had posted like an editorial piece, which he rarely does, you know what I mean, on the Daily Wire. But he posted a big thing about, you know, the Daily Wire in 2021 is getting into the entertainment business. And here's why. It's because conservatives need to get in on the culture wars. We're constantly complaining that Hollywood is owned by liberals. We need to counterbalance it. We're going to start producing and distributing our own content. And they didn't, he's not necessarily talking about conservative content, but just content that's free of a liberal bias, which is long overdue, right?
Oh my God, we've been talking about this for years, and I think
Yeah.
I love how he did this sort of on the down low. Like he wasn't. They didn't talk about this. It wasn't like something that they were brewing and talking about it. It's just all of a sudden they were like, "Bam, we've done this.
Yeah.
Here's a trailer." I love.
I know.
This.
It's incredible. So
Right.
when he did the editorial, he said, you're going to start seeing some stuff. Well, then 2 days later, maybe not even 2 days, but a day later, they release a trailer of their very first movie that they're distributing. And it comes out on the 14th. And it's called Run, Hide, or Fight, or something like that. I may be getting the order of those words wrong.
Yeah.
But I watched, and my bar was set pretty low. Like I thought, okay, this is a first production of the Daily Wire. Like how sophisticated can it be?
Right.
Well, they bought it from like an actual movie company that was looking for a distributor, and it had me on the edge of my seat. I mean, I could not believe how intense it was. It's about a school shooting, but it focuses primarily on this girl who's a senior in this high school that gets attacked by these 4 crazy kids. And she seems kind of troubled. Like you learn at the beginning, she's fighting with her dad, who's played by Thomas Jane, who's in one of our.
Love this because he's
Oh my
legit.
God.
He's like a legit guy, right? A legit
Yeah,
actor.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
So she's his daughter, and like the very beginning of the trailer, they show some, they're not getting along, right? Like they're
Right.
arguing.
Right.
And you can also tell from the very beginning, she's an avid hunter. He coaches her through her hunting. And so when the school starts to get shot up, they show all these scenes of obviously horrific scenes of people getting shot, her running, escaping, hiding, doing all the things. And then at some point you realize she comes out of the school and she's escaped while it's still happening. Somehow she's figured out a way to the school, and it shows her stand in the parking lot and hear the words of her dad about how to hunt. And so she just makes a decision in that moment. I'm not going to just run. I'm going to fight. And so the rest of the movie is about how she fights off these guys, these 4 guys, and it looks absolutely amazing. And you can tell that she is going to be the heroine of this movie. And the most interesting thing that I read about it is that the production company that gave the rights to the Daily Wire chose the Daily Wire because the Daily Wire never releases names of school shooters. They refuse to name them, right? Because they don't want them to have the notoriety.
Right.
And that's a similar theme in this movie, where the girl, the hero of the story, is the girl that saves the day.
Yep. And so
it looks amazing.
So it has nothing. It's like the emphasis is not on the school shooters. It's on the people that were the heroes of the story instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it's fantastic. And I can't wait to see it. Oh my God, I can't wait.
I mean, my heart was racing as I watched the trailer. It's so intense looking.
Yeah. And I don't know what it's rated. Like we talked about that a little bit before we went on today. I have no idea. It's I would imagine it's probably PG-13 or above, just because of the violence in it. But and I don't know if it's probably not appropriate for my daughter at all. But it's something that's
I'm worried about my son even seeing it.
Right, because he's a teenager. But it's probably, obviously, I want to see it. My older kids can see it. But I'm so thrilled that they're doing this, because it's about freaking time. Like, you and I have been talking about this for years, how conservatives need to be. And we get so much crap for talking about pop culture. You and I have always talked about pop culture. We talked about it when we were on the radio. We talk about it now when we're in our podcast. We do it. We always sprinkle in a little bit of pop culture, and we'll make fun of it. We'll just talk about it. Some of it we like. People give us a hard time for having pop culture sort of infiltrate our discourse, our conversation a lot of the time, because that's part of our lives, right? It's part of our everyday lives. But it's one of those things where conservatives we have to embrace it. You know what I mean? We have to be a part of it. We have to start learning to be a part of pop culture and to take it back in a way. And so I'm so thrilled that he's doing this, and that I'm glad that he understands it too, and that he did this sort of on the down low, and he's like, oh, we're doing this, and this is amazing. I think it's great. And I'm glad, like I said, that he didn't talk about it so much, because it would have been...
It was literally like 2 days ago. That's when he started to talk about it.
Because it makes me think that, like, if he would have talked about it, it would have been sabotaged in some way. And I'm glad that he did it kind of on the down low.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, boom, we're in the movie business now. And
it makes me wonder, like, how does Candace Owens fit into all this? Because, of course, she's just started with the Daily Wire in some capacity, but we don't know what. So I'll be interested to see if somehow she's a part of that side of it, or something else. But one of the things that he said when he was explaining it is that he said the Daily Wire will, in 2021, be jumping into the world of entertainment content. We're going to be bringing out movies, edgy, entertaining, awesome movies that won't mock your values. We're going to be producing TV shows, comedies, and dramas that take you seriously and that don't take advantage of your viewership to promote leftist causes.
I love it.
I know.
Love it. It's like my husband Greg and I, we were watching Pluto. We have Pluto TV. You guys have probably heard of Pluto TV. And on Pluto TV, they have all the old shows. They have like the throwbacks. They have like Happy Days. They have Family Ties. They have, stuff we watched in the 80s. All the old 80s sitcoms. They have all that. Not all of them, but they have a lot of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the kind of stuff I want on my TV. I know that sounds really old-fashioned, but it's because everything is garbage now.
Yeah.
Everything is such garbage. I don't want my 10-year-old seeing a lot of the garbage that's out there. And if we do have stuff on the television, it's just like it's cartoons. I get so sick of watching cartoons, because that's all is appropriate for her to watch, and even some of the cartoons are not appropriate, right? So
the new ones are awful.
I know. So I told him last night, I was just like, you know what? I should just start putting on like Family Ties and stuff like that and just having that in the background, because usually we're chit chatting or doing other stuff. It's not like we're engrossed in a TV show, but background wise, I'm just going to start having old 80s sitcoms on, because that's the only stuff that is like seemingly appropriate for my 10-year-old at this point. So I'm thrilled that they're coming out with programming that is more appropriate and that doesn't mock our values, know? Because that's all. They all have agendas now, all of them. It's like pervasive, it's like you can just see, it's all everything. You think it's going to be okay, and then you're like, wait, what is this I see you having an agenda. I see what you're doing. TV show. I see what you're doing, movie. It's like, I'm on to you. And if you're a thinking normal human being, American, and you're paying attention, you're a parent, you see what they're doing to your kids. You see what they're doing. They always have an agenda. Drives
It's
me
all
crazy.
part of the indoctrinating.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
Right.
I'm not seeing in the announcement about the film, I'm not seeing any kind of rating. But just based, I mean, you'll see the trailer. It just looks so intense. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of scary stuff in
Yeah.
it. So I would be a little, you definitely want to watch it with your kid if she's going to watch it. Now,
Yeah.
it says that it premieres during a Daily Wire backstage special that's going to be hosted by Ben Shapiro, along with the co-CEO, Jeremy Boring, and some other special guests. And then after the premiere, it says Daily Wire members can watch the movie at dailywire.com. So they do have a membership. And you know, they've already had it. Just to read some of their content, it does require a membership. Not all, but some of their content requires a membership. So this will be part of that membership, I'm assuming, and it's probably going to be worth it.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Yeah, I'm all about it. I'm all about
I
it.
mean, so happy that this is happening.
I am too. It's about time. And we've been
Yeah.
waiting for this forever. And of course, you know, you and me, it's like we don't have that kind of cash. So it's not like we've been talking about it. We're like, God, somebody with money,
Yeah.
can you please do this? Because thank God that they actually have gotten the capital to be able to do this. You know?
I know.
I
And
mean,
they've got
great-
plenty of it. Like I
Right?
mean, it's grown into such a huge thing.
And it's great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so happy that Daily Wire has gotten so successful that they have the ability financially to be able to do this, because it's about time that some conservative outlet can do this. And I'm thrilled for them, and I'm thrilled for conservatives, because this is what we've been preaching about, you know, for years. And I'm glad. I'm just really glad. So yeah.
And I feel like it's been tried even by bigger players. Like I know with Fox Nation and some of these other, I know that this has been tried, that there's been like, you know, variety shows and other kinds of things that have been put on some of these more conservative stations. And it's all been such a bust because we keep trying to reinvent the wheel instead of
Right.
taking a formula that works. We know what people like to see because
Right.
we are the consumers.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why we have to conservify everything. We just
I
need
hear
to
you.
not wokeify everything, and then we're fine.
No, I totally hear you. Plus, I think that the people that they have on board at Daily Wire, they got a lot of young people, and those people know they're not woke, and they're not. They know what's up. Like they know what people want to consume. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm just thrilled about it. It's really great. It's gonna be great.
I know. I'm excited too.
Super stoked. Well, that's
So-
good news.
Yeah, really good news. And today, at noon today, we're going to be recording our next weekly dive podcast.
Right.
And we're going to get into Bean Dad. And if
Yeah,
you
this
haven't
is
heard
a-
about Bean Dad, that's great. You'll just need to listen to us.
Yeah, this is a really interesting story. Talk about podcasting and like what it is so 2021, this story. Bean Dad. So yeah, we're gonna get into Bean Dad.
We're going to get into Bean Dad. That'll come out tomorrow, probably around noonish, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. And so that'll be still where all your podcasts are found. Wherever you listen to podcasts, there we will be.
Yeah.
Along with this daily video gets turned into an audio version. So if you're like somebody who just wants to listen and not necessarily watch, and you're out on a walk and you want to catch up on stuff that we've talked about in the morning, or maybe this is too early for you, you can take us with you.
Yes, you can. We've got a podcast, and make sure you check out our podcast and subscribe to that. The Mock and Daisy Show, YouTube. Go there, subscribe, tell your friends, and then also you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Chicks on Right, and also Facebook too. But
And Parler.
And Parler too.
By the
They
way,
say-
we just hit 100,000 subscribers on the Parler.
look at that.
know, that's very
That is
exciting.
fantastic. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Which means we're tied with Twitter, because Twitter keeps taking followers away from us.
Really?
Like every time we go to like 101,000, we'll lose several, overnight, and I'll just come and I'll be like, okay, I can't imagine that every single day this many people unfollow us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just
it's
doesn't make any sense.
Twitter sucks, yeah. And then Instagram, speaking of social media, Instagram, I put in for our blue checkmark bullcrap, like, I don't know, weeks ago. Still haven't heard anything. We're not going to get blue checkmark.
Which reminds me, I
We're
meant
not
to
gonna get
send
it.
you. I think we might.
No, I don't
Press.
think we. I don't think we will. I just think they're going to ignore me.
I wanted to show you something because long ago.
Somebody asked. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Dale asked, "Are we close to him?" No, we're not close to him. We're close to 300,000 on Instagram, and we've been hovering. So you guys tell people about us on Instagram because we're just for some reason we've just been hovering around the 300K mark for a long time, for months now.
It's like Twitter again.
We just can't break the 300,000 mark on Instagram. But anyway,
well,
yeah,
and
that's
here
where we are.
Look, it's Rob.
No autographs, please.
Hey, Rob.
Did you hear him? He goes, no autographs.
No autographs,
I don't have
please.
time for autographs.
Yeah.
So I tried to go to our Chicks on Right Instagram page yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was super weird because here's what I wanted to show you this. We have an old account, the old account that was Chicks on the Right. Remember?
Yes.
If we can somehow make that go away, I don't know if you remember the login or whatever.
Yeah,
we need
I don't.
we need to torch. You don't know how to get it.
I don't know.
Okay, because we don't ever post there, you guys. The problem is when I did a search, because I had to search for it, and I put chicks in the. Wait, Rob, you're not in the camera. There. Okay, when I put the search in, I put chicks into the search field. Look what happened. Can you see that our actual page is not showing? It is nowhere in that list.
And Chicks on the Right shows up?
The old one. It's right on
Yeah.
the top, even when I just put chicks. Okay? So then I took a screenshot of that because I follow, obviously, our page. The the official Chicks on Right page. I couldn't get to it. I had to put Chicks on. All these other accounts kept showing up. It wasn't until I put Chicks on RI that finally our account showed up.
That's
for
really
me.
bizarre.
And I follow it, which makes me worry that people aren't finding it. Like to your point, you're wondering why we're not getting any new subscribers because anytime people search for it, they see the old account.
I don't understand that. Okay,
So, yeah,
don't
I wanted to tell you
know.
that. I'm glad you brought it up because I meant to tell you that.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to get into the other account. I don't know how to nuke it. I got to figure out how to get
I
into it.
know. Yeah, so hopefully you can remember like an old password or
Yeah,
whatever.
That's good. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I can barely remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday. That's
I know.
wishful thinking, but okay.
But I mean,
all
it
right.
doesn't even have a profile picture. Like
but
why
that
it even
that
shows up at the top, I don't
That
know.
has nothing to do with us being blue check marked.
No, I know. I'm just it had to do with Instagram, so I wanted to make sure that you knew about that because that's
Kurt is asking,
weird.
can we tie the old account to the new one? I mean, maybe, but I'd have to remember the old password, which was like 6 years ago. So I have no idea what that old password is, and I don't. It's tied to an email though, so maybe I can figure out what email it's tied to and see if I can figure that out.
Can I tell you my joke from yesterday because it was really good?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell
you ready?
me. Mock's got a really bad joke, you guys. You ready?
I mean, maybe some people have heard it if anybody still
It's gonna be
listens to my
bad.
show.
You
Okay.
ready? Okay.
How do cats like their steak cooked?
How, Mock? That was really good. It's like, why did the chicken cross the road? Why?
To get to the other side.
No, why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, no, that's why our chicken's awesome.
Oh.
Chickens are awesome because.
Oh, I thought it was why he crossed the road. Yeah. It's just like they're
Oh my God.
rare. Okay. All right. I think we've had enough. We need to probably
Okay.
go.
Now
guys-
we've just gone off the rails. Sorry that we
Hey,
were having
guys,
this whole conversation.
We need to bring it in. It's
Yes.
the second hug of the year. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
Really good hug, you guys. Have a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.